Yo, what's up, everybody? This is part 3 of the backyard trail. We're finally done the majority of the trail, so we'll say it's complete. We're gonna make some tweaks, throughout the years, but overall, this is done. It's a lot of work, and if you remember from the part 2, the last video, it was all done by hand. I wish I used the machine, but I didn't. So just keep that in mind. All right, here we go. So we started beginning of the summer. As you can tell, it's autumn now. It's actually the beginning of November. So all these logs were rolled by hand. All the wood chips here are about 6 to 12 inches thick, depending on the where I'm at. And it was all done by wheelbarrow, so it took forever. So we have the logs that you just saw, and then we have some Japanese sedge, variegated sedge, on some of the areas that don't have logs, and that's holding in the mulch all next to the creek, which is cool. And as you can tell, it's a slow moving small creek. I mean, the leaves aren't even moving really, so really slow moving, pretty small. So any level change that you see, you'll have a log going across to kind of help as a step and hold in the mulch at the top level. We're still not done this section. I have to finish this. This is not mulched out or wood chipped out, and I need something here to. I think I'm going to raise the soil level here on the right side, and so I can hold the mulch there. But this is my coffee / adult drink spot. Probably the deepest part of the creek. I like there's white suckerfish. There's dace and what the hell else is there? Creek chubs, whatever. So they're all kind of here, so that's why I put the position the bench here, so I could chill and watch that, zone out. There's another level change. We're going downhill now. More sedge on both sides. That's what's holding the wood chips. Another level change, going up. And as you can see, the creek goes that way, does an S, but I decided to kind of stay away from that and go woods now. And here the logs are back in session. And I think part 1 ended about here. Here's the first bridge. So this is an overflow. So back at the bottom pretty much, this is the lowest point of the property, so it's all swamp up in here. And this is an overflow. Try to slow span here. And that overflow goes right to the creek. Where's the creek at? Over there. There you go. So this is always wet, no matter what time of year it is, August, whatever, it's always wet. So we have to have a bridge here. All right. And over to the right here is a farm, and that looks like the township bought it, and they might make this a walking trail, which is pretty cool. I have no issues with that. However, I do want to create some privacy, so there's a lot of deciduous trees here, as you can see, and so I started planting some broadleaf evergreens like rhododendrons, so you'll see those kind of all over the place there. I just started putting a bunch of those just to create a little bit of privacy, and if there is a trail there, we'll be able to walk over there and explore. I want to keep the people out. I don't want them creeping. So you see that rhododendron, I actually planted that one in the blazing sun. They like a little shade. And in the northeast, we had a crazy hot summer, crazy drought, and that thing just got, let me zoom in, it just got fried. So it's a little bit, it's got some new growth here and down here. I don't know if it's going to make it. I relocated it back here in the shade, so hopefully it does okay, but that thing is just hurting. There's another one I just planted today, another small one back there, so hopefully they grow out and I'll keep adding more. All right. Got a little turn going on. Here's another little bridge, another area that stays wet. and we stop here. So pretty much, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the trail is basically done. However, the wood chip pile is all the way done. As you can see, there's quite a bit left over of the logs from the trees that we cut down all here. There's a lot of trees in here. We're going to put future site of the big pond, the natural pond. And that's the whole point of the trail, is to make a big U around the pond, and then hopefully eventually a zip line across the pond. That's the idea. So if you remember, I have a daffodil trail video. It might be a year or two old. So that was basically right here. So all the logs are right on top of that. So hopefully they're still alive. So I'm gonna try my best to get rid of these logs, and then this backyard trail will continue, and then the daffodils will stay outside of the logs and the wood chips to continue the trail. So another 50 feet, something like that. So more to come on that, but overall part 3 is the finished part of it. Any updates on this next year will be, the pond, digging that out, and then adding landscaping. So a lot of ferns, this is a blue stem grass, a native grass. It's really nice looking. And we're gonna do a lot of stuff like that, adding a lot of aquatic plants, and eventually adding native fish only, and it'll be really cool. So more to come. This is basically the end of the trail, but we will add on to it. But like I said, most updates now will be the pond and the surrounding landscape around the pond and the trail. All right, hope you liked it, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.